Currently on the screen is the rapid intensification of tropical cyclone Nora, currently a category 2 system, and early tomorrow morning it will be upgraded to a category 3 status. For Friday the 23rd March 2018, this is Force 13 Australia Oceania Channel, where we will continue to bring the latest information as soon as practicable. This is the life of the cyclone, and the category 2 Nora continues to intensify and has started taking a more southeasterly track. Warning zone is Echo Island to Cape Shield, including Nunambai and Peru. Apology for the pronunciation, that one's a bit tricky. To Thursday Island, including Reaper. The cyclone watch is current for the Northern Territory Queensland border to Peru. Details of tropical cyclone Nora. Sustained winds near the centre of 95 kilometres an hour, with wind gusts to 130 kilometres an hour. This is a look at the GOV radar, and you can definitely see the rain bands and the clockwise motion. Nora is located within 35 kilometres at 10.1 degrees south, 134.4 degrees east, estimated to be 245 kilometres north-northeast of Nunambai, 560 kilometres west-northwest of Reaper. And here's the Bureau's radar. And movement east of 4 kilometres an hour. The cyclone is undergoing rapid intensification, as mentioned, and has recently increased its rate of movement. And as mentioned, it's started to take a more southeasterly track, heading towards the Gulf of Carpentaria. Now we have a look at various models and their tracks on the system. Whilst moving to the east-southeast and tracking towards the northern Gulf of Carpentaria, it should reach Cat 3 within the next 12 to 24 hours. Sunday, tropical cyclone is likely to be located over the central southern Gulf of Carpentaria and crossing anywhere along the western Cape York Peninsula south of Reaper during Saturday or Sunday is possible. Now here's a look at the track guidance or late cycle intensity. One is saying a Cat 5, I'm not ruling that out. Gales with gusts to 110 kilometres an hour may develop in coastal areas between Echo Island and Cape Shield, including Nunambai during today, if this system takes a slightly more southerly track than forecast. The EPS track guidance, so destructive winds with gusts to 150 kilometres an hour may also develop in coastal areas. Heavy rainfall is forecast about the Torres Strait Cape York Peninsula in coming days. Now here's the latest tropical cyclone formation probability guide. The information really hasn't changed. The Bureau continues to do 3-hourly update. We also have tropical cyclone markers, and we have FS 95P to the north of Vanuatu. The total precipitable water, the two areas of interest, the Gulf of Carpentaria, and you can clearly see the markers. Now here's another look at a GFS model. This is one of 5 individual runs to the model. And there's quite a bit of a consensus that Nora's going to track in a westerly or even a southwesterly, but it's too early to say what the system's going to do. Joint Typhoon Warning Centre's current chart. And I'll just bring up their information while we look at the chart. Now they're saying 386 nautical miles east-northeast of Darwin, tracking eastward at 4 knots. Very favourable upper level conditions working in concert with the warm waters will favour the rapid development of tropical cyclone 16P in the near term. Our wave height at this point in time is 18 feet. Here's the Bureau's current chart, and it will reach Cat 4 status, high range Cat 4 or even 5. Let's see what happens over the weekend. If Tropical Cyclone Nora does get upgraded to Category 3 on the Australian scale, and if it's within the next 5 hours, there will be an update put on the main channel. Now we look at the Canadian model. This is total precipitation. It's slightly different to the GFS model. I thought I would stay clear of the GFS model. It really hasn't changed. So here's the Canadian model. And considering what's taking place on the tropical scene, I know there have many flood warnings in place, especially down there in New South Wales. There's also a severe weather warning current. Here's Nora's floaters, and let's see if she develops a eye. I will be monitoring the flights of the International Space Station. By the time this one gets published on the AU channel, I'm hoping that the station might capture some of the activity going on up there in the Gulf of Carpentaria. And finally we have a look at the upper level divergence. It's a very healthy, up around 60 knots. And you can see the other area of interest, which is 95p. I think the Joint Typhoon Warning Centre has that up around medium for development into a TC. The 24-hour shear tendency, and not much room for Nora to move in, especially when you look at the amount of area in red. The 850 millibar vorticity clearly shows Nora 95p. And a critical factor at this point in time is wind shear. And look at that area in red, which is unfavourable. And as mentioned, stay tuned to the AU channel if you'd like to be a part of Force 13. Here's Nathan again with the details.
You can follow Force 13's outlets, the website force13.com, which has had a revamp and is still under reconstruction, but take a look. Also YouTube, of course, if you haven't subscribed, that might be a good idea. Visit Force 13. We're also on Facebook under the same name, of course, and you can like us on there, and you can also follow us on Twitter. Search Force 13, all in text for those. You can also add Force 13 on Skype or my personal account on Discord, Fool13, at extension 9094.